Hello, good morning. My name is Chinyere God's Amazon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is actually built to help people prosper within because we believe that the prosperity within is the most important kind of prosperity. And when you prosper within, everything physical around you or without will align. And so today, I will just be bringing to you or telling you what you already know, but most times we find ourselves forgetting. Okay, we forget easily, and it actually tells on the situation of our souls. So the topic today is there is no fear in love. There is no fear in love. Many of us have our different definitions of love, what love is. Okay, a lot of us run with different definitions. To some, their definition is the most appropriate. To others, it is not. So whatever your definition of love is, my interest here is the word fear. There is no fear in love. That is, if there is no fear in love, that means that there is faith in love. Because for me, I just want to use faith as the opposite of fear. Okay. If you are not afraid of something, then you're courageous, you believe, faith. For me, faith goes well. So let's say that the opposite of fear in this case is faith. So if there is no fear in love, then there is faith in love. So I will just be looking at some contrast as we move ahead. Faith is a weapon of destruction. Yes, it is a weapon of destruction. Fear is a weapon of destruction. If you live in fear, you find yourself, getting gradually destroyed because fear wraps you up with so much vices. Out of fear, people, in fact, insanity sets in where the fear is so intense. So fear is actually a weapon of destruction, while faith is a weapon of development. Where you have faith, you find you are open to new things, you are open to development. But where there is fear, you are opening yourself, you are vulnerable to anything that can destroy you. Some people out of fear have gone into drugs. Some people out of fear have become alcoholic. Out of fear, they have become hypertensive. Out of fear, they are cancerous. Out of fear, or cancer patient. Out of fear, they've developed one issue or the other. But where faith is, wherever you find faith, you find development. Fear is weakness. Faith is strength. Faith comes with so much strength. But where you find fear, you see, it comes with a lot of weaknesses. You are weakened from within. Your soul is weak when it is beguiled with fear. But when it is faith-filled, you find yourself filled with so much strength and ready to pull down any kind of mountain that may be before you. Faith comes with a lot of power. You feel so powerful. You feel so enabled. But fear weakens. Yes, it's a weakness. Yes, and it also weakens you. It weakens you within. It weakens you without. When you are filled with so much fear, you are weak, even from within and even outside. You are weak. You are not energized to do anything, or you're not energized to be optimal. You do not do enough as much as you would be able to do if you are faith-filled. So fear weakens you. Fear drains you. It takes the spark from you. It takes the that enablement, that spark, that push. Fear takes it. It steals from you. But faith energizes you. Faith gives. Faith fills you up. Faith strengthens you. Okay, another thing you should know is that fear stagnates. When you are so fearful, you are not, inspired to move. You are indifferent. You are just stagnated. But faith moves you. Faith moves you to act. Faith wants you to go out, reach out. Okay, fear is a stopper. Fear is a stopper, while faith is action filled. Just like I said, fear stagnates, faith moves. Faith is action filled. Fear is death. Fear brings about a lot of, death traps, death thoughts. If you are fearful of the doctor's report, you attract the death. Maybe if they have said you die in so months, with so much fear, you even die before that time. Okay, so fear actually is death. Why faith is life? People have actually conquered cancer because they believe, because they are faith filled. But a lot of persons as well has been conquered by cancer because they were filled with so much fear. They were so afraid. They were sure they will not make it. They were so depressed within, and indeed fear led to their death. Not necessarily the cancer, but fear led to their death. So fear is worry oriented. Yes, fear brings about a lot of worries. I remember when I was much younger, I was always worried. I was living with my auntie at the time, and I was so fearful. What was the reason? Where we were living was so dark. So we go back in the evening after the day's work, where everywhere is already getting dark. So from morning, I'm already afraid of how I would enter inside the house. I am usually the first person to go inside the house. So from early in the morning, I'm already afraid, thinking of how I will go inside the house, worried about how dark the house is, and worried about how I could actually go inside the house and get the lights on, turn the lights on, because where the fuse is far off. What if there is no light? I would be worried about how I could actually go inside the house. This was all encapsulated in my fear. It is the fear that I had within me that was actually pioneering the worries. So when you are afraid of anything, when you have so much fear inside of you, you find yourself worried. But faith is peace. Faith will give you a lot of peace. If you really desire peace, embrace faith today. So fear is negative. It releases negative toxins within you. It's negative, and it should not be embraced. But faith is positive. Faith is optimistic. Fear is pessimistic. Faith is optimistic. Faith is positive. Faith believes. Faith hopes that everything would be fine. But fear actually is hopeless. Fear is disbelief. Fear is doubt. Fear is just not working. Fear loses. Faith wins. Have you been afraid that you will fail and you find yourself actually fail? Fear loses, but faith wins. Even at the 11th hour, or when you think all hope is lost, find a little faith, and you might be surprised how it will transform everything, and you find yourself winning. So faith wins. It always does. It wins. Fear is repulsive, but faith is attractive. When you are full of fear, you are so repulsive. You're so touchy. You're so everything. You're so careful. You're so everything is so not working. But faith is attractive. When you are filled with faith, you naturally are winsome. You're naturally attractive. you are full of life, and people see you and know that you're full of life. People actually get closer to not to repulsive people, but to very attractive people, people who are full of life, energetic, positive. They naturally attract people, or naturally attract good things. Okay, faith attracts good things, good people, good happenings. You know, just imagine everything good, faith attracts it. But faith and fear repulses good things. It will keep dragging to you everything that is actually not working. So you must be mindful. Fear is a snatcher. It snatches, it steals your joy, it steals your peace, it steals your sanity, it steals your smile. Fear steals anything you hold very, very esteem. But faith empowers. It empowers your mind, it empowers your soul, it empowers your skills, it empowers your work in life, it empowers your action, it empowers how you go about things. Faith empowers. Fear is depressing. Yes, it brings about depression. It weighs you down. It's overwhelming. When you live in fear, you find yourself always depressed, heavy in heart. Your heart will always be heavy, because as you live in fear, you keep attracting fearful experiences, and you keep getting depressed. Some people have gone this far to the point of insanity. But faith inspires. Faith inspires. It brings about hope. It brings about new ideas. It springs new ideas. It actually brings about new happenings. So faith inspires. Fear shuts doors. Yes, when you are so fearful, doors keep shutting before you. But faith opens doors, because you are positive, you are optimistic, you are open to new things. Fear takes you to a comfort zone, but faith brings you out. Makes you think outside the box, makes you want to try something new. Fear bets confusion. When you are so fearful, a lot is going on in your mind that is negative upon negative upon negative. You find yourself confused. But faith brings about clarity. Where there is faith, you believe it is done. You believe it is possible. You believe everything is working for your good. You believe that boundary lines are falling for you in pleasant places. You believe you have a godly heritage, and so you begin to see it. Fear is darkness. Where there is fear, it beclouds you. It brings about so much darkness. You are confused. You are not clear. You don't understand what's going on. You cannot place your hands why things are falling apart. Fear brings about that. But faith illuminates. It comes with so much light, comes with so much understanding, comes with so much peace. It comes with so much serenity and sanity. Fear hurts you. Yes, fear does hurt you. That is why I speak against fear. It is actually a weapon in the hands of the devil. Fear hurts you a lot. Yes, it does. But faith heals. If you want to be healed, embrace faith. If you want to be healed within, embrace faith. Fear resists growth. Yes, it resists growth. It's not quick to embrace growth. It's so fearful. When you're so fearful, what actually goes on in the mind of a fearful person does not in any way, embrace growth. No, it doesn't. What it does at the time is to becloud you and keep you stagnated, keep you focusing on the reasons why you are afraid. And with that, you can never grow. But faith grows. It grows. When you're filled with faith, you can think of new ideas. You can actually work on the new ideas you think of. You can do more. You can go for more. But with fear, you are stunted. So fear is clueless. It's just clueless. It only magnifies what you're afraid of, because you're focusing on it. Whatever you focus on, you magnify it. It's clueless, but faith will direct you. When you are filled with faith, it directs you. It takes you from zero to hero. Do you understand? Fear fails. Yes, I've said that before, but faith succeeds. So embrace faith. If you want success, embrace faith. Fear pulls you down. Fear is has the pull him or her down syndrome, but faith exalts you, takes you to a higher realm. Fear is stunted, but faith enhances. It enhances you, gets the best out of you. You become a better version of yourself with faith. Fear is temporal. Yes, it's just ends here. It doesn't take you anywhere. It just ensures that it gets the best of you and keeps you, pushes you to a place of pain. But you see, faith is eternal. Faith walks with you through life and even into eternity. That is why you must hold on to faith. It is eternal. It's not just a temporal thing. It's something that lives with you. It works with you. If you are a faith-filled person, you walk this earth energetic, positive, action-filled, result-filled, successful, great. And then after your stay here, you walk into eternity with it as well, because it is eternal. Faith, love, and hope. The Bible says it's eternal. And so faith is eternal. That is one of the greatest reasons why you should embrace faith. People tend to choose what gives them happiness always. I hope you choose what gives you happiness. In this case, in this particular case, it is faith. 1 John 4:18, that's where my text came from. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. So if you want to be perfect in love, love which is God, if you want to be perfect in God, you must embrace faith. You must embrace faith and then dump fear. Whatever makes you afraid, do not focus on it. Work it out immediately and dump anything that has to do with fear. With these few points of mine, I advise you to choose wisely, and I'm sure you will choose faith. Thank you for listening and remain blessed. I still remain God's Amazon. Please like our page and also share with loved ones. God bless you.